What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to an unboxing video for the NZXT H510 Elite Mid-Tower ATX computer case. Today we're just going to be unboxing the computer case and then transplanting my current setup, which is in a Cooler Master Box 5, into the 510 Elite. So let's go ahead and jump on into that. Alright, before we get any further into the video, I just wanted to bring it to your attention that I did get the matte black on black computer case. Unlike what it actually shows in front of the box, shows the white on black, and I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware that I think that's just their universal packaging for the case. So let's go ahead and get the computer unboxed or unwrapped. And there she is unwrapped. So it does come with tempered glass panels on the front and the side to give you a nice view of the internals of your system there. It comes with 4 fans in total. There's 2 140mm RGB fans on the front, a 140mm fan on the top, and a 120mm fan on the back. So let's go ahead and open the case up and look at some of the inside components. So just a note here, it only takes 1 screw to get the side panel off, and then it just pops out of place. So it's nice and easy and convenient if you get into your machine and work on it often. So just a thought to throw in there. Now we've got the computer open, go ahead and take a look at some of the features on the inside that you can see if it's at an angle looking towards the front. So we'll start with this cable guard, cable shroud, whatever you want to call it. Behind it there's an opening that you'll see when we flip around to the back. So you can kind of hide your cables and make them come out of there. There's also little openings down on the top of the PSU shroud that can help with cable management as well, running some of those cables to the motherboard. You can see the back of the 2 140mm RGB fans in the front, and you also have the ability to unscrew this and take this entire assembly out if you want to change out those fans in the future. And then you can see there's an RGB strip that runs across the top here, right beside that top fan. That'll light up and is connected to the controller in the back of the case. And here's what the case looks like from the side. If you look in towards the back of the case, you can see the front 2 140mm fans in the front, that RGB ring around the outside of them. You can also see the rear fan, and you can almost see the top fan there if you squint your eyes a little bit. But both the rear and the top by default are in a exhaust position, so you can change those up as you need to, but I think it's good to have an exhaust going out the back and out the top just to keep the dust from coming and being pulled in from the top. So but you can also see that this case allows you to mount a graphics card vertically if you want to do that. I won't be doing that today when I transplant my PC, but I definitely probably will in the future. I just don't have the PCI extender for doing it today. So, alright, now we've got the case flipped around. We took the back panel off. I just want to make a note that the back panel does have these captive screws on it, so it makes it to where the screws won't come off of the actual back panel, which is nice. Prevents you from losing those, because I know at some point everybody who's built a computer has probably panicked or had a mild panic attack because they've misplaced one of those screws. So it's nice that that's a feature. On the back here, you can see that it comes with these nice cable routes channels. You also get 2.5 inch drive bays and a controller for the RGB grip, the RGB fans, along with controlling the fans in general. Then at the bottom here, I think that's a 3 drive bay, so you can fit 3.5 inch drives or 2.5 inch drives down there as well, I believe. So at the back of the case here, we'll go ahead and open up this box. It's a nice little branded box from NZXT. I think it's just going to have some screws and stuff like that. Get a little bit of a instruction manual, but it's got some cables. Oh, it actually has a splitter for the front panel. See how I can get that. If they have a splitter, in case you want to use a mic and a headset for the front panel, I'm assuming. So that's nice. A nice addition there. So it's the pins for the power button and the HD light, or the hard drive light. You got the individually bagged screws. So they actually individually bag each of the different types of screws, which is nice. To stand off. I don't know if those are extra because it looks like they were already in there. 5 by 10. And 3 flat. And I'm assuming those are like the PCI slot screws. So it looks like they may give you extra of those, which is nice. And then you just get a handful of the small zip ties to help cable manage. So nice little package that they provide. Looks like a mess there, but it's nice that they individually bag each of these screw types and don't just throw them all in or one bag. So go ahead and flip it back around and we'll take a look at the top. So this is going to be the front, and you've got a headphone jack, a USB Type-C jack, a USB 3 jack, and the power button. And at the back, you've got a single fan opening that can fit either a 140mm or a 120mm fan. Currently, it has the 140mm in it in the exhaust configuration that it came with by default. So we'll leave it at that, and we'll go ahead and move on. So this is my current case. It is the Cooler Master Box 5. As you can see, the plastic panel on that is very scratched up. I've had this case for a pretty good amount of time, so I'm just going to speed through the videos here of me taking the components out and disassembling this box. One reason I did get my new case is for that right there. The Cooler Master Box 5 didn't necessarily have the best cable management in the back. So I hope to improve on that in my new case, but we'll go ahead and I'll just speed through this and then we'll go over what my components actually are and then put them into the new case. So here are the components that I took out of the computer that we've been putting into the new case. So here I have a Western Digital Blue 1TB hard drive. To the right of that is my Crucial 500GB SSD for my fast storage. For the motherboard, I've got an Asus Tough Gaming X570 Plus Wi-Fi motherboard, and seated in that is the Ryzen 7 3800X. For graphics card, I'm using the Zotac Amp Extreme 1070. I plan on upgrading that to a 3000 series once the price is stabilized. And for my power supply, I'm using Corsair RM850X. So I'll have links down in the description for all those products other than 1070 if you want to check them out. And now we'll go ahead and start the rebuild process, and I'll just speed through this and put some nice music to it. So sit back, enjoy, and I will see you at the end of the product. So here's me finishing up the computer build and getting it all back together. You got PCIs locked there, and here it is all powered on. The RGB lights look really good, along with the Prism Wraith air cooler. I really do like this case, and it really does look nice, but there is one more thing that we need to do, and don't worry, I didn't forget, and I won't leave you hanging, so here you go. Don't worry, I did not forget about the front panel.